hello, everybody. Oh, I got you right in the middle of a mouthful of yogurt.
I'm gonna wrap my yogurt so I don't want to do mouth noises on my.
Are you being clear? You're having your yogurt. Hi, everybody. We're smidge early, but that's because, notifications and Twitch don't always go together. So we thought we'd get started a moment or two early to give everything time to let you fine folks know we're live. We have 24 in-game hours to solve a murder. And based on our track record, I have to say I have doubts about our chances.
It ain't gonna go well.
What the heck? We'll give it another go. What's the worst that can happen? We can condemn another innocent person to death at the hands of the mob.
Hey, you asshole who made everyone's lives immeasurably worse last time. Solve this crime.
Again? I'm making a beeline for this, mercenary, and I want to hire him to be like, can you just sort this out?
You motherfucker. Hey, Preemie.
Hey, Preemie, how's it going? Just a reminder, folks, as you filter in and join us, that commercialism is a thing that occurs, and it occurs at the top of the street. So those of you that break in just under a minute. So take your time, come on in, settle in, listen to the melancholy medieval music, all of that good stuff. Maybe you need a beverage. Maybe, like Alistair, you need a snack.
I actually have yogurt on my shirt now.
You've got full clear. It had lemon curd in it. My night is made. Oh, Pretty, you can't hear me. Oh, here, let me see.
Hey, Zalia.
I will recycle my headphones and... Is that better, everybody? I've turned off my headset and turned it back on, and hopefully it's running now, just in time for the ad break to run. So everybody's missed my joke about the fact that Alistair just had some yogurt for dessert, and it had lemon curd in it, and he got a little bit on his shirt. He's got full Galir. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry.
Oh, I died very quickly. Oh, dear.
I'm just terribly abused. I'm just completely and utterly abused. There we go. I think for some reason, it's very weird, the order in which we have to get the headsets to work anymore. I think they're cranky. I don't know. It keeps us on our toes. It is a constant mystery.
To tell you, actually, I'm having a similar issue with my keyboard at the moment. My caps lock button is sometimes capsing, sometimes locking, and sometimes caps locking, and sometimes doing none of the above.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I probably should charge mine up this weekend. I haven't gotten any error messages, but...
As wireless keyboards go, the ones we use are very forgiving. They give you about 3 days of, I'm low on power. I'm low on power. I use my keys. They are so very sick.
Oh, okay. Well, then I haven't even had any coughing fits yet, so we should be good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh.
So we hope the week's been treating you well. The week over here has been very intense.
Very intense. It has been a very high-performing week. We've had lots and lots of tasks of various difficulties to accomplish. I've still got several more to go. I can't wait for Friday. It is a bank holiday, a long 3-day weekend in the UK. We have Monday off, and I am greatly looking forward to it. I'm sorry it's raining, everybody. It's my fault.
Because we bought a lawnmower.
I bought a lawnmower. I bought a lawnmower on Beltane. How dare I? And so now, of course, everything is wet again.
And the gods are like, really?
Yeah, exactly. I can't have nice things. But all I want for the long week holiday weekend is 3 days of hot, dry weather. I mean, that would be so amazing.
I'm sorry about that, Kiwi. I worked a job for a long time where I didn't get bank holidays off, and it was tough.
Or Saturdays.
Or Saturdays. I got Sundays off because Jesus, and because I said so. But how can you light the wicker man if
Right?
wet?
Exactly.
Well, that's what the lighter fluid's for.
Ugh. Something like that. All right, it looks like we're back from the ad break. There we go. So, shall we give a quick recap here?
Oh, this is gonna take a while. Previously,
Okay, don't give a whole recap. Like, so this is gonna get very complicated very shortly. So 7 years ago, we came to this town as a journeyman artist working on our masterwork. And a series of unfortunate events occurred in which we had to investigate and identify a suspect in a murder. I have no idea whether or not we identified the correct person, but the person we identified was
killed.
Was put to death. We returned to this town 7 years later. A rich but unhappy man with our adorable little apprentice Casper here.
Casper is...
Oh, I thought you would just go, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in those 7 years. We've married the woman that we were arranged to be married to and lost a child. And somehow, much as somehow Palpatine returned, somehow the prior of the Abbey turned into even more of a piece of shit.
The Abbot, yes.
Abbot.
So now we're back, and tensions between the townsfolk and the religious order on the top of the hill, no longer taxing them into the dirt, are reaching a breaking point. Last night was a big festival night during which the member of the town who has been leading the resistance to the Abbey's policies has been killed.
And in a really intense way. Someone basically dropped a building site on him.
They basically dropped a construction crane on him. And so now we have 24 hours to solve that murder. And as I was saying to Alistair earlier, look, I didn't do so great with 3 days last time. I don't know what it is you expect me to accomplish this time. But folks, I have a theory. I have an entirely fourth wall breaking theory. And that is my primary suspect, at this point in time, having learned no facts, so my preconceived prejudices here, is Martin. So Martin previously ran away from the town the night of the other murder and could have been identified as a suspect. He returned to the town several years after we left, a, quote, changed man, unquote, and has had some disagreements with Otto, the man who was murdered, because he kind of backed him but didn't want to be forward speaking about it. But the reason it's fourth wall breaking is the mechanic of this is a person who is physically out of the town and then returns for another murder 7 years later is too suspicious for me.
Yeah,
so
we're getting kind of some kind of Monte Cristo vibes to all of this.
Right. So let's see if our journal says, it appears I'm going to be involved in solving another murder. I know that Father Gounod couldn't have killed Otto. More importantly, I can't let Peter endanger both the library and the monks. I need to work quickly.
Which is this game's equivalent of that moment in San Andreas where CJ walks down the street and goes, oh shit, here we go again.
I should speak with Father Thomas to see about the St. John's Day confessions. The townspeople will be coming in to confess their sins. I should also visit Leonard Mueller. He's heavily invested in what's happening. He must know something. I can ask around the Golden Hand, so that's the inn where I'm staying, to learn what the burghers have heard from locals and travelers. I also need to search the forest to find the flowers that dropped from the figure who ran past us. So that's 4 investigative threads. I should speak to Nico at the Golden Hand to see if he or his family have heard anything about the family around town from Otto's death. I can find his landhouse in the meadow just outside town. That's interesting. It kind of implies that there's an option that you didn't stay there. Like maybe if you left the town on good graces with the abbot, he lets you stay in the church. The miller. Even though Leonhard Mueller was with Baltus and Werner when Otto was killed, I should still talk to him. He openly opposed Otto in the Commons and has a hostile relationship with the peasants. And then... All right, so we've got the miller, the publican, the pub owner, and to search the forest and Father Tom. We're going to eavesdrop on confessions. Oh my God, that's horrible. Okay, wow, that's a lot to do. Okay, let's get to it. This is a very intense recap. I have missed some major life events. Very much so, Preemie. There have been a lot of major life events. And it's been, what, 7 years? It's been a long period of time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bonsai.
Hey, Bonsai. Oh, who is this adorable little child?
Not to be spoken to.
Unspeakable to. Hey, Hannah, you want to gossip? What's going on? Yes, we can't confess. Hello, Master Mahler. Anything I can do for you? Yes, actually.
He did it.
You were pretty vocal against Otto in the town commons. What was that about? Just what I said then. I don't want anyone to get hurt, especially now. We've already had one death in Tassing. We don't need any more. Okay, you mean one death last night or one death in total? Because it's definitely more than one in total.
Between chapters in this game.
What about the plight of the peasants? They're dying too. That doesn't explain why you spoke out. Otto never advocated for violence. Good point. You were opposed to Otto's ideas, though. He spoke against violence. Kate B says, I did ask a priest once if they can report people who confess to crimes in confession. The answer I got was the priest would encourage the person to turn themselves in. Kate B, there is an extensive body of case law about conflicting privileges.
When I was a kid, my parish priest had 2 favorite movies. One was the entire Die Hard franchise. And the other was, there is apparently, and I wish I could remember its name, a film noir with that exact premise. Local Catholic priest, his confession from murderer. Murderer has, for the time, a good reason for doing so. Cops close in, priest confesses in murderer's stead. Whole thing becomes a morality play as to, has the priest done the right thing by lying and breaking the bonds of confession that way?
But he hasn't broken the
bonds of confession.
He's just lied.
And is the murderer prepared to let a good man go down for his crime?
Oh yeah, there's whole sorts of case law about can you arrest a priest who won't give up a murderer, et cetera, et cetera.
I'd imagine it's remarkably adjacent to the case law about can you arrest a journalist who won't surrender a source.
Well, and one of the safest, this sounds very strange, this should not be taken as legal advice, but one of the safest things you can do if you ever commit a crime is walk into a lawyer's office, retain them, tell them you've done it, and then never say another word.
Yeah, you know that thing in the cop shows where the lawyer comes in and goes, give me $1, and the person does, and I'm now your lawyer? That's a thing.
You've watched me do it.
I've watched Marguerite do it.
Yeah, it works. It's valid. I'm going to say you were opposed to Otto's ideas, though. He spoke against violence. Otto was an ideologue. He didn't see the reality of the situation. The Golden Hand relies on pilgrims and travelers for its business, Andreas. If Otto got his way, everything would be chaos. Swabia is burning as it is. We need the law to live civilized lives. What Otto was advocating for scared me. Oh, I'll do whatever I can to find a murderer and instill order again. Oh, I like saying that. Well, it's hardly better now. Otto was the only thing holding Peter back. Who's Peter? I gotta remember who Peter is. Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yes, the super radicalized older farmer.
Yeah.
This is one of the first ones in the game where every answer looks legit.
I know. I'm going to pick the special option I have then, but that does seem like a strong motive to want Otto out of the way. I bet you go pretty far to protect the inn, huh? I'm not persuading her of anything. Andreas! Are you accusing me of killing Otto? Don't be absurd. I disagreed with the man, but you think I could kill him for what? Look around. Is anything better now that he's dead? Unless there's anything more you need, I won't abide by this foolishness. No, Hannah. Sorry to bother you. Good day, Andreas.
Yeah, alright. Thanks, Karen.
Alright.
Hey, little buddy. You kill him?
Decline. Alright, so is that the front door? Yeah, there's more people here to talk to. Joshua. Killian.
Good day, Master Marlowe.
I don't say anything interesting. And that's Nico. And I don't know who this guy is.
Motherfucker.
Samuel, don't go anywhere. I'm talking to you last. So, Nico, I probably just pissed off your wife a whole lot, but that's okay. Who's Joshua?
God bless you.
Oh, okay, fine. No one of import, it seems like. Alright, Nico.
Master Marlowe, is there anything I can do for you?
Nico, have you heard anyone here talking about Otto's murder? Not just about it, but, you know.
Yeah, fuck about it.
He understands, Casper, thank you.
Like they had something to do with it. Oh, no. I think I would remember something like that. Then again, I try not to eavesdrop on conversations. I don't want to get yelled at or worse. But maybe you could find more like talking to people? Beer always tends to loosen people's lips.
Spoken like a landlord!
Buy a round for everyone, and you can have the run of the place. You'll be here a while, though.
Why not? It's worth trying.
Have a seat, then. Folk filter in as they finish their work for the day.
No!
Fucking hell.
Hey! Andreas here says he's buying drinks for everyone. Before you get too excited, I'd like to say a few words about the man Tassing just lost, Otto Zimmerman. It'll only take a few moments of your time, I promise. Oh, God, I have to build a speech.
Otto was an ordinary man like any of us.
Yeah.
But he stuck up for the people in this town.
Yeah. And he was a loving husband to even a good father.
I've seen enough Law and Order. You work the emotional angle.
Hopefully St. Peter is in a charitable mood today. To Otto.
Everyone, it's a feast day, so please don't indulge too heavily on Otto's account.
Oh, fuck off, Thomas.
We aren't Lutherans. Ha, too late.
There's Martin. Look at him shaking his head. Packed house. What's happening here? Hold on. Nico couldn't tell me anything specific about Otto's death, but he suggested a few drinks might loose lips. Golden has customers enjoying themselves. I should see if I can glean anything about Otto's murder for them while everyone's in a boisterous mood. Good. Alright. Barbara's somebody I can talk to. I'll talk to Samuel last. Is there anybody upstairs I could talk to as well? Who's this suspicious looking group in... Here we go, yeah. Werner. Thinks he's better than everybody, doesn't he? I mean, it's hard to be terribly boisterous in still animation, but yes. Let's see what Werner has to say.
Di queste tecniche bolognesi ma non le ho viste di persona. Sì, I risultati sono piuttosto notevoli, te lo assicuro.
Speaking Italian.
Master Mala, thank you for the drink. Care to join us? The other doctors and I are having quite the chat.
I could tell by your hats. I'm just going to say I'd love to join you.
Certainly, I'll introduce you. Gentili dottori, permettemi di presentarvi Andreas Mahler, un maestro artista di Nuremberg. Marcantonio Orsi, Vincenzo Ambrosi, and Angelo Gaccani are esteemed doctors from Bologna traveling to Flanders.
E un peccare conoscere? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, ci celebio. Possiamo parlare tutti italiano?
Oh, what a relief. We can all speak in Italian.
Di cosa stavano discutendo?
What were we discussing?
The Naturalis Historia di Plinto di Vecchio.
Pliny the Elder's
Natural History. È una merda. Shit. È intualmente riduttivo.
It's unrivaled?
That's unnecessarily reductive.
Andreas,
conoscente la Naturalis Historia di Pinto il Vecchio.
Andreas, are you familiar with it? Aha!
Ah, sarebbe divertente. Perché ma un artista dovrebbe conoscere la Naturalis Historia?
Haha, that would be funny. Why would an artist know natural history?
You wanna lie? Or you wanna...
No, I've read it several times.
Non è il genere di cose che la maggior parte della persona leggerebbe più di letto. Vi interessa la medicina o la natura?
Oh,
fuck yes!
It's not the sort of thing most people would read for pleasure. Is your interest in medicine or nature? I am a fan of the written word.
That much is clear. Beh, dove eravamo?
Well, where were we?
La Naturalis Historia è una merda.
Natural history is shit.
Cosa dice Niccolo Leonenko 30 anni fa non è una novità, perché c'è ancora bisogno di discuterne?
This is so unfair to you. So said Niccolo Leonconi 30 years ago. This is nothing new. Why does it still need to be debated?
Stiamo ancora usando il testo nella nostra pratica, quindi il dibattito è concluso, non vi pare? We are all still using the text in our practice, so the debate is ended, is it not? A meno che Leonenko non abbia pubblicato un'opera in grado di sostituire quella di Plinto.
Unless Unicella has published a work to replace Pliny.
Certo che no.
Okay, no, we're skipping the Italian from now on. This is killing you.
Of course he is not, but the question remains if the mistakes in natural history are simply transcription errors or something worse. Even Colonuccio, Pliny's greatest defender, admits there are translation errors. Everyone accepts this.
True,
yes, but Leonenko's criticism is deeper than that. He also called into question the Arab sources we rely on to identify our medicines. Between transcription errors and bad sources, why does everyone still revere it as though it were the word of God? Dare we ask your opinion on the matter, Andreas? I think this is a pick a fucking side situation. I actually really like it's impractical to throw out such a foundational text without a suitable replacement. And I also really like it's been over 1,000 years, it's time for educated men to make a new reverence. Like you fine gentlemen.
Yeah, a little bit of flattery isn't going to do me wrong here.
Right?
This will be remembered.
Ottimo, inseremo subito. Great, we'll get started right away. Well, he's right. We can either complain about it or do something about it. Pliny's not going to come back to do it for us. Didn't someone just die here on St. John's Eve? Angelo, that's who we toasted to. Andreas brought the drinks.
Oh mio Dio, mi dispiace.
Pliny might have got a book deal. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, Andreas. My German is so poor I didn't understand.
Don't trouble yourself over it. Did you know the man well? Yeah.
I do consider him
Yes,
a friend.
I considered him a friend. Prego chi sia anch'io.
And I pray that he is near to God. I was there when it happened, or right after it happened, at least. Yeah. Was that what all the commotion was about? Woke us up, but we didn't know what was happening.
Did you see anything unusual around that time? Abbiamo chiamato.
He called out for the innkeeper. He and his boy came out and looked confused.
Anything else? That's not Italian.
That's Dutch. I heard there was an accident by the town hall.
That's Italian.
It was no accident. Someone intentionally lushed some lumber that dropped on the poor man's head. Say nothing on this one.
Yeah. Che cosa è stato?
What? It was murder. It appears so. Seems quite open. That gives them room.
Yes.
I pray they catch the culprit and give him the justice he deserves.
Do you remember anything else about that night?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh well. The entire evening is still shrouded in mystery. Look at how unhappy Werner is.
Grumpy little face.
It was nice meeting you, gentlemen, but I must attend to other business. Safe journeys. Molte grazie. Ci Dio vi... no.
Many thanks. God be with you, Andreas. Oh, Andreas.
Yes, Werner. Oh, look! Whatever I'm trying to persuade him of, I've done a very good job of it, because I mentioned his role in finding the body. I gave an annoying opinion on Pliny's natural history, and I have an imperial law background.
Maybe it's nothing, but the murder has got my mind turning over possible suspects.
Go on! Do you have any idea how little time I have to solve this one?
I've seen Otto and Martin Bauer talking a great deal in the last few weeks.
My suspicions!
I can't guess what the matter was, but you should know there is something strange. About Martin.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it now. The
Martin.
who came back isn't the Martin who ran away.
Yeah.
He fell in with that lot of bandits. He got killed and somebody's assumed his identity. And either his wife knows and is terrified, or his wife didn't care because he was an upgrade.
Right.
Tell me more. Strange how?
A year before you first came to Tassin, I treated young Martin Bauer for an injury. He cut his side open, falling on a rough fence post. The wood was jagged. It tore the skin considerably.
So he has a scar.
It healed quickly enough, but he left a bad scar, about 8 inches long and 4 wide.
What's so strange about that?
I examined him for a minor rash a month ago. He doesn't have the scar anymore. It's completely vanished.
It's another man.
It's another dude.
It's someone else. Someone has assumed Martin's identity and returned. And I bet Otto found out and confronted him on it and got killed for it. It has nothing to do with the conflict between the Abbey and the town.
It's just in wrong place, wrong. Holy shit, do we actually have a perp this time?
We might actually have a perp.
We might have a doer. I would do thank you, Werner.
I understand. Thank you, Werner.
Think nothing of it. Oh, slippery Pete. I think.
Should I try and mend this relationship?
Yes.
Sure. The people of Tasting should be proud to have you.
I appreciate the sentiment. Until later, Andreas. Now fuck off. I'm trying to impress my awesome rich doctor chums.
Basically. Martin's scar.
Poor fucking Casper, man. Hey, Spite. Dragged around this town for days at a time. I sad all the time. I haven't drawn shit.
He found it strange that the scar had completely disappeared the last time he examined him.
We're rocking up on an ad pretty quick.
In about 5 minutes, yep. Sneaky Pete? What's Sneaky Pete?
Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Pete was a Amazon TV show starring Giovanni Ribisi as a guy who gets out of prison and assumes the identity of his cellmate, thinking that it will solve his problems, and instead it trades them in for some shiny new ones.
Right. All right. So, what do you gotta say, Barbara? Hello, small munchkin child.
Are you the man to thank for the drinks?
In truth, the drinks are to honor a dear friend who recently passed away. I simply wanted to toast and drink to his memory.
Kind gesture.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks. It was the long road here from Muldorf.
We came to visit the shrine of St. Moritz, but the sister said it's closed because of some trouble.
I have no idea what this accent
really
is.
good.
I'm
really
just
like
having
that.
fun.
The way that I'm trying to approach conversations in this is what gives you room. And that's one way to put it, gives you room.
But it doesn't tip your hands.
Yeah.
But I think the monks are hiding it from the peasants. But,
And if they don't, not slamming the door on you.
yeah. Well, that's one way to put it.
Well, our priest told me to take a pilgrimage here after God saved my little goat's life.
I'm very happy for your goat.
I love how you have the option of, what? She means the boy, Philip, over there. God damn it, Philip, get off the table. Yeah.
Don't curse, Father.
All right.
I'm gonna say nothing, thanks. He's a child.
Hey, nicely done. Anyway, the boy climbed up in a tree, jumped off, landed his hand on a board with a nail through it.
His arm swelled like a bloated pig in the sun.
Must you describe it that way? Oh, him. Well, it did.
He had such an awful fever, like he was boiling in his own skin. I prayed to God to save my little goat, and the next day, a miracle.
True, that very next day. Don't Neil deGrasse Tyson this.
He was very fortunate.
It was the Lord's intercession. I asked our priest in Moldorf how to thank God. Since the little goat's arm had swollen so badly, he said we should make a pilgrimage to see the hand of St. Maurice.
Philip, off!
He's drawing.
Yeah.
Is he drawing on the table?
I think he is.
So you can imagine how disappointed we are to see that the shrine is closed.
I'm just going to say, of course, hopefully you won't have to wait long.
I'm sorry, the boy won't listen. It's no trouble. So I know you.
Oh, isn't Moldorf the town where Martin mentioned being a bandit?
It's possible. I travelled around a bit when I was younger. That must be it. Thanks for returning the lad.
Were you here on St. John's Eve?
No, we arrived this morning. Why?
There's no reason to involve them, is there?
I don't
Well, I told them that the drinks were in memory of my friend, so there's no reason not to be honest. Do you want to do Luthold?
No, I don't think we can help with that.
All right. Thank you anyway.
Until next time.
Until then. A glimmer of recognition.
Martin, quote.
Yeah, Martin. I'm sus of you now. Let's see. What is this? Joshua, one of the peasants staying at the Golden Hand, seemed to recognize Martin from one of the other towns they'd passed through. Okay, let's run the ad break now. Sus! We have a suspect! Right? Okay, go ahead and get yourselves a drink of water and a little stretch. We'll be back in just a couple minutes after capitalism does its thing.
Which is, let's never forget, the bad guy.
Laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group. I can't remember the entire thing. It's all over TikTok. But
One moment.
Kids want to make some bacon. You don't have to read the whole thing. It's fine.
Laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic group in socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation.
There we go.
It's just the promise of violence that's enacted, and the police are basically an occupying army. You know what I mean?
I love that speech. I love Bud Cubby so much.
Kids want to make some bacon?
Right? Exactly. I still have tea left. I should drink it before it gets terribly cold.
Susness of Martin.
Very much sus. Scar has completely disappeared. A stranger from out of town recognizes him. It's not Martin. And Otto found out. And Otto confronted him about it. Or Otto was blackmailing him into participating in his
Do this thing
rebellion,
for me, or I will tell people that you're not actually the dude.
and snapped.
And,
that is my current working theory.
And Fake Martin was like, you can't tell people I'm not the dude if you're dead.
I got an ad for a color ebook reader. Oh, nice. I like the idea of a color ebook reader, but that's called an iPad in this household. I have my beloved Kindle, which I am still reading your book on, Preemie. Unfortunately, my quantity of time to read right now seems to be vastly limited to the half an hour I have to sit and wait for groceries being delivered. So I've almost entirely read your book while waiting for groceries to be delivered.
You're having a very good time with it. It's been quite a
bizarre experience, but it's a great book, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Oh, maybe I need to order more groceries. I don't know. Oh, hey, Drift, how you doing? Hello.
Hello.
You like Casper? Hello.
Hello.
Poor Casper.
If the third act of this is rain-soaked street, 6'4" goatee-bearded Casper goes, war never changes.
Really? A Fallout crossover? That'd be amazing.
I just wanted to draw shit. Maybe oranges in that.
Alright, so let's go talk to the soldier outside.
Nico now has the look of a man who has been told that the best customer he has kind of accused his wife of murder.
Yeah, he is looking at me a little askance. I didn't accuse her of murder. I just pointed out she theoretically had a motive. I remember that books that are out of copyright usually have free ebook copies, so now I have a copy of Frankenstein.
I really like Blue Fire Reader, and that ships with a free copy of Treasure Island. For similar reasons.
Samuel.
Andreas Mahler, right? You're staying here at the Golden Hand, aren't you?
Oh, they're playing cards. Yes, and yes.
I am as well. Name's Samuel Grau. I'm recruiting men to become Landsnecks. Well, when some actual men show up.
Landsnecks? I'm surprised that word isn't defined. What does that mean?
Hold up. Time to self-identify spell.
Excuse me, but I don't believe we've met. How do you know my name?
Well, people say you got the Abbey's prior killed a few years back.
Oh, great.
I love that one of the answers is... yeah.
With all appropriate circumstances for this jurisdiction, or...
If I may.
Yes.
The Landsnectar, singular Landsnecht, pronounced Landsnicht, also rendered as Landsnecht or Landsquenecht, were German mercenaries used in pike and shot formations during the early modern period. Consisting predominantly of pikemen and supporting foot soldiers, their front line was formed by Doppelsoldner or double paymen, renowned for their use of Zweihander and arquebus. They formed the bulk of the Holy Roman Empire's imperial army from the late 15th century to the early 17th century, fighting in the Habsburg-Valois Wars, the Habsburg-Ottoman Wars, and the European Wars of Religion. This has been a use of Wikipedia.
Well, see, but Wikipedia's going to need a different voice from the identify spell and the legend lore voice.
Yes, of course.
Needless to say, we are caught up on Fantasy High. We will watch on the... Logically, that might be true, but it's not an accurate description of what occurred.
I didn't say it was fair. It is what people say. I was just telling young Hans and Fabian about the life of a Landsnecht. Mercenaries found throughout the Holy Roman Empire in service of the Imperial Army. They are known for their colorful and flamboyant fashion, their ferocity, and their short lifespans. This has been a use of the Identify spell, except no substitutes.
I'm surprised it's not Hans and Franz. That would have been funny.
What's the pay like? Is it dangerous? 4 gulden a month? Yes, it's dangerous. Mind that you do have to pay for your own equipment. How much? 13 to 15 gulden? Damn, that's more than 10. Yes, it is. It's 3 to 5 more than 10. Do you have 10 gulden? Oh, no, I don't have any gulden. You see what I'm dealing with here, Marla? You, boy! Hey. Yes, you. You look like you're from a family that isn't completely impoverished. Want to join up?
I'm going to let Casper respond for himself. Or should I defend him?
I think defend him.
The boy's my apprentice.
Oh, my apologies. No offense intended. I understand your instincts, though. Casper's a fine lad.
Yes.
I'll never let you down, Master Andreas. Well then, would you be interested in playing a card game to pass the time? We're playing Landscanet.
I think I've played that in tours.
Well, you haven't played my version, but I can explain the rules as we go. Do you want to play?
Why not?
Rules are simple enough. Pay attention, boys.
Oh boy. This is detoured, but I'm hoping for some gossip, like whether or not they recognize Martin over there.
Now, rules of Gwent are as follows.
Right.
If you forget everything else, remember that you want to see a card that matches what's in front of you get dealt into the center. That means you win. If you see matching cards going to the discard pile, your chances of winning are going down, because there are only 4 of a kind in the deck.
It sounds like hearts.
Now, at the start of each hand, everyone has to ante in money to play. With 4 players, we each ante a penny.
19 pennies.
After the ante, the dealer shuffles and deals 1 card to every player at the table, starting with himself.
Okay, so I have a... Is that a 13? A B? I can't tell whatever that...
I want to say that's a jack.
Is it a page? I'm not sure.
All cards are dealt face up in this game, so we all know what we're dealing with.
4 of a kind, match what's in the middle.
Value of the card is only important if we run through the whole deck, but it may influence your strategy. In this game, the Queen is the high card, followed by the King, then the Farmer. Each turn, you could raise the ante, stay, or fold from the game.
Okay. Seems simple. 40 cards in a deck. 3 besides my own will result in a victory. I think I can figure the odds I'll win.
That's not high.
So, oh good, it gives me the percentage. Ooh. He stays. I'm also going to stay with that low of a percentage.
However, if any player raises, every other player must meet the raise.
He bets. I have to bet. That's fine.
When all players are finished, we deal 3 cards into the discard pile, and then we bet again.
Alright, so the one which he would have won with that one. Yeah, look, 2 of the ones have been discarded and a 4's been discarded, so his chance of winning over there is very low now. He bets. My chances are still good, I'll bet. He better fold. Oh, he's gonna bet? Wow, he's a fool.
Then 1 goes in the middle. If it matches any player's card, then that player wins.
None of us have a 7.
If it doesn't match, we go through another round until someone wins, or we run out of cards.
Okay. Alright. My odds are still pretty good.
Congrats, Hans. You would have won the money if we were playing a real hand. If we run out of cards, the highest card wins. If multiple players have high cards, the highest suit wins. Leaves high, followed by heart spells, and then acorns at the bottom. Alright, let's play a real game now.
Okay. We've all emptied a penny. He's got a 3, a 5. I've got a 7. He's got a face card. But that won't matter till the end. Yep, I'm in. So we've discarded a 7, a 2, and a 2. So the 7 would have been good for me. My odds are now lower. I only have a... Oh, that's my chance of winning. It's quite low. I'll do one more round. Hans wins. Ooh.
Hans wins. Hans-tality. Now that one hand has been dealt, the dealer hands the deck to the player on his left. He is now the dealer for the next hand.
Okay. Got a 2. We both have 2s. That's not the hand for me. But now my odds are apparently better. But I have to match the bet, don't I?
Oh, could we have some beer, Samuel? Why not? Master Mal is paying.
Here you are, boys. Enjoy.
Thank you. I like Mistress Anna. Dad says she brings food to the men working on the rat house. My dad said she's always over there. Seems weird.
Why is... The rat house is the construction site where Otto died.
Otto was...
Why is she always there?
Maybe it's just Christian charity. Come on, boys, back to the game.
So there's... My odds of winning are quite low. Oh, he has a 1, not a 2. Okay. Well,
You want to fold?
Nah, I'm in again. We'll try. There's a 3, so that didn't work. So now my odds are even lower, so I'm going to stay. Yeah, I'm going to fold. Hans wins again. He's quite lucky at this. I apparently don't care about money. Me lose. There's gossip to be had here.
Besides, you're going to know when to hold them.
Thank you.
Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away.
3, 7, 7. They both have 7s. My odds are quite good, though.
Have you travelled far, Samuel? I suppose. All over the Empire and down south. Navarre, Milan, Pavia. Must be really far away. Never heard of any of them places. Pavia? I heard about that battle, I think. You fight the French? French and Italian. Swiss too. Beat them all. I saw the King of France humiliated as my brothers took him prisoner and led him from the field. If I die in my sleep tonight, I can say that I basked in glory for one day of this miserable life.
I like you. My odds are still quite good. There's 5. Nope. Now my odds are lower because that was a 6. But with a 7 discarded and a 3 discarded, we all have about the same odds, so no worries, Premies. Hey, I won! Yay, but it was a smaller hand.
Thanks for joining us, Preemie. Always a pleasure.
Let's see how this goes. Let's continue. I think this now is, the point of the game is to stay into it long enough that you can hear about all the gossip. Okay. No, okay. My odds are still the same. There's a 6. There was a 5, so my odds have dropped now, but they're still pretty good. And I have a bigger kitty than our friend over here on the side has. Nope. See, my odds haven't changed, but there's been a 4 discarded, so he's down 1. There's not been a 2 or a... Is that a king he's got? Yeah, I'm still in. 3 and a 7. There's another 5. So I'm down to a 10%.
This is the point where you're on 19 and you go, hit me, and the dealer's like, really?
Here's the thing, though. He's down to 3 coins. He's down to 7. We've got 18 and 30, so I can run him out of money even if I don't win.
This, my friends, is why I will never be in charge when we go to the casino. Why are they called farmers? They're making books and holding guns. It's just what some people call them. Others may call them knaves, undermen, overmen. Just, they're farmers.
See, now my odds are slightly better. But now Fabian's won. Shoot. Let's continue. I'm getting good gossip out of this. I got a 4. Decent odds. And you've just discarded a 4. So slightly less good odds. And a 2. Ooh, whoever had dukes just lost big time. We're all still kind of on the same footing here. And a 6. Oh, Hans is raking it in, man!
Samuel's about to get cleaned out.
Yeah, let's do one more game. Ooh, I have great odds, it looks like. He's folded. Now I've got very, very, very good odds. Oops. There went one of the dukes. Oh, Hans is cleaning up, man. I don't care if I leave all my money, if I lose all my money. It's fine. He's now all in. 5. Oh, and we both have 5s. This is going to be awful. I can bet. Fabian wins.
Hard to believe, but I'm out. We're down to 3 players, so the ante and raises all increase by 1 fennec. When we go down to 2 players, it will increase by another fennec.
I better win this next one or I'm out. Oh man, I'm about to be out. I'm all in. It's literally luck.
Why is the Queen higher than the King? Because Our Lady is the patron of all landsnets. I choose to honor her in this way.
Aww. Oh, there was a 5. Shoot. And a 7. He wins. Now I'm out.
Looks like you're out, Andreas. Tough luck.
Not my day, I suppose.
That's alright, Master Andreas. I know you did your best.
Aww. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Down to the last Pfennig. Oh, what happened? Uh-oh.
God damn it! What's wrong with you? Blind? Dumb? Calmati, è stato un incidente. Calm down, it was an accident. Look, Euro. I swear. What the hell are you saying? Speak German! It's Matilda! Come on! What do you want me to say? It's just beer. Oh, you want to fight? Alright. You come to the right place, fancy man.
Jesus Christ. Oh no! That's Casper.
I don't think this is how you wanted it to go, is it, Master Andreas?
Hey! I bought drinks for you all to remember him and to lighten the burden of his death. I hardly think a drunken brawl is the proper way to honor the man. Everyone out! Oh no.
Crap. Oh, crap. Not on my watch.
I had an interesting few hours at the Golden Hand. All told, I met some intriguing friends of Werner's, played a game of Lansquet with Samuel Grau, a Landsneck visiting Tassing to recruit for his regiment, and spoke to a family of pilgrims from Musseldorf in town to visit the Shrine of St. Marie. Well, I'm gonna go visit the miller now, I think. I also need to go into the forest, so maybe we can do that. And the town's confession. Okay, so we have the confessors. Hold on a second. Let's see if the maps say who I can eat with. The millers are some people I can eat with, it looks like.
Are we about to hit commerce?
No.
Okay.
Got 10 minutes left. Good. I'm going to go impose myself upon the millers, but first, into the woods. But I must pet the kitty.
We have excellent cat news as well. We met a new local cat who climbed up on the roof and wandered around a bit. And we have discovered the name of the awesome white cat that fell asleep in the backyard today. His name is Ace, which is just a great, great name for a cat.
Here's some... There we go.
Here's some flowers, Master.
Close, but not a match to the ones you found. Let's keep searching.
Don't mind us, Mikey. I'm looking into the fire thinking about murder. Look, Master Andreas, flowers.
They're not the ones you found, though. See the petals? Let's keep looking. Here's some more flowers.
What about these, Master Andreas?
No, these are red. They don't match what you found.
Master Andreas, more flowers.
Still not quite the match we're looking for. I'm sure we'll find the right ones. We might have to... We might have to go up into the Abbey waterfall garden, to be honest. I think it's a waterfall. What about the shrine?
Look at these flowers, Master.
I love Casper. No, these don't match either. Let's keep looking. There must be part of the forest we haven't looked at yet. We should go back over all the areas, and especially poke at the edges. Poke at the edges, huh? Like this yellow one here.
You got a point right in the middle of the screen there.
It's just the waterfall itself. Poke at the edges of the forest. Well, we've tried everything that I've seen so far. Let's go back this way. Like Watson.
Look, Holmes, jam.
Yeah, that's time again. But they said specifically in the forest, didn't they? No. Poke at the edges of the forest. Go back and look at Smokies, but I'm not finding anywhere else to look. The forest isn't all that big.
I think we're coming at this backwards. Maybe we should go talk to people.
Maybe Smokey knows where the flowers are?
Maybe. Good to see you, Master Marlowe.
That's all Smokey has to say.
Try Verna.
But Verna was in the inn. We talked to him with the Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Well, while we're here, maybe we can, eavesdrop on confession real quick. Hello, Thomas.
Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful. It's just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 article. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense.
And the alternative is what? To forbid them from reading?
Sometimes, yes. Just because a commoner has learned to read, that does not mean he can fully comprehend any book time. Some of these texts are written to inflame passions, and not all written with modest intention. These pamphlets, these books, can make people crazed, furious.
Imagine learning about their rights and asserting them.
Sister Amelie and I have seen what happens when good people become part of a mob. Did she see that from the cell you walled her up in?
What do you mean?
Before we came to Tassin, I was the priest at a town near a Benedictine convent. The town was full of good people. But the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated neighbor, the town doctor. He had read the Malleus Maleficarum and had put ideas into his head. Malleus Maleficarum, the Hammer of Witches, a treatise on witchcraft published in Speyer in 1486. Theologians at the University of Cologne condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. Despite this, the book has enjoyed widespread popularity.
And it is at the heart of the witch trials. The Witch Hunting Manual. The author was driven out of Innsbruck, wasn't he?
Yes, although word of that had not reached our doctor. One thing the book's author and the doctor shared was their contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amelie, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits, speaking blasphemy.
But surely the local magistrate didn't believe that.
No, he did not, but that didn't matter. The doctor inflamed his neighbor's fears. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and they set fire to it. Sister Amelie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So, I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault.
No. You can't blame yourself for this, Father.
Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You think that Otto's death would have shocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It has only inflamed them. I find it bitterly ironic that the Catholic priest is apparently unfamiliar with the concept of martyrdom.
I'm gonna go with this. Because he knows I don't like the abbot.
He does.
It should have never come to this. The abbot should have known he was playing with fire.
And what about Otto and Peter? What about Klaus? Shouldn't they have known? Peasants are being butchered all over Swabia. I just want this to stop before it gets any worse. I suppose there's no good fretting about what has already happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions for the townsfolk. It's a taxing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief that can't wait until Easter. I expect I'll be coming early in the morning. If you could excuse me, I need to prepare.
Of course, Father. So no sign of the flowers still. Let's go talk to the... I doubt the widow wants to talk to us, but... I'm not going to talk to Martin. I don't want to make him suspicious of me. Who's Martin's wife again?
Brigitte, I believe.
Is it? Let's see. People. Husband of Brigitte, right? We got an ad break coming up, folks. Just a second here. Oh, I didn't pay enough attention to it. I think we should talk to Brigitte again. See if she knows her husband just initiated a drunken brawl in the local pub. But we still haven't found the flowers.
Are we in mid-capitalism?
Yeah, we've got mid-capitalism. You might need to steer me in the right direction for the flowers. Stop it!
Venus is a dawn.
Where the garden, the convent garden is the only other place I can think of to look for flowers.
Okay, 1 second. I know exactly where we need to go.
Okay. Flight attendant. A lady across the aisle said to charge the drink to you again. Do you know her? Me. That's my wife. Flight attendant. Oh, I was worried she might be taking advantage of you. Me. You have no idea. When we're back from the ad break, will you give me a clue about where I need to look for flowers? I would appreciate that. You can give me the clue now. So, even though we're supposed to look in the woods for the flowers are not in the woods.
They actually are.
Oh. Fine, I'm going back to the woods. I don't know how I missed them. But fine. Alright. Going back to the woods. Into the woods! So this is time. That's Smoky. These are Stick. That's the path to the meadow. That's the shrine. Ooh, wait, look, there's a spot over here now.
Master, I think I see an opening behind these trees that leads to a deeper area of the forest.
Dun, dun, dun! Alright, we better wait here because the ad break's got 30 seconds left.
Do you need a refill?
Nope, I'm good. I shouldn't have any more tea this late anyway. A deeper area of the forest, huh? Who knows what we're going to find now?
Some Teutonic Sasquatch wins. It's awkward.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, we found a pathway to...
A clue!
A clue! We have found a pathway that leads into a deeper area of the forest.
Could this be where that mysterious costume figure ran when Otto was murdered? We should see where it leads. Could take a while, though.
We'll come back when we have more time.
Nymphaeum?
Oh dear. Nymphaeum. Yeah, I have theories about that. Anyway, I think what the game is telling me is, yeah, our little exposition child, right? The game is telling me to go eat. And I'm going to go eat with the miller because he's one of the people we need to investigate. And because the pub is mad at us for getting a brawl started.
Rude.
Rude. Outer Farms. No, here at the mill. Yeah, I think that's where we need to. Hello, Elise. Can I eat with you, please? Hang on, I'm just checking my journal really quick. So tomorrow morning is when I can hear the confessions. Even though Leonard Mueller was with Baltus and Werner when Otto was killed. Convenient alibis. I should still talk to him. He openly opposed Otto in the Commons and has a hostile relationship with the peasants. I mean, I don't know that we fueled the brawl. We ended the brawl, but we also bought all the drinks. So, you know. Okay. Speak to Father Thomas about the confessions. That'll be tomorrow morning. Visit Mueller. I'm doing that now. Ask around the Golden Hind to learn what the burgers have learned from locals. Yep, did that. I also need to search the forest. Yep. Okay, good. I'm doing well. Hi, Elise. I'm inviting myself to dinner. Or I'm just going to go in your house and invite myself to dinner. Paul. Doggy. Must pet the doggy. Good doggy. Hello, Paul. I'm inviting us to dinner.
Hello, Master Marlowe.
Okay. Hello, Lenhart.
Andreas, it appears you caught up in another murder. Again. Quite unfortunate timing for you.
Ooh. If I can find the real killer and prevent more bloodshed, maybe it's a good thing I was here.
Just stall them. Either they'll see the error of their ways, or the Duke will send soldiers to Tassin. Yes, a show of force that will quench the peasants' bloodlust. In any case, if you get tired of investigating, my door is open. If you'd like to join my family for a meal or see the mountains, just let me know.
A meal would be lovely now that you mention it.
Excellent. Master Marla, so glad you could join us, and your...
This is my apprentice, Casper.
Of course, Casper. Welcome. Welcome.
I hope you enjoy everything I've prepared this evening. Leonard, will you pray before the meal, please?
Who else would? You? Paul? Our guests?
I'm not reading that. Say nothing.
Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts,
Blah, blah,
which
blah.
we are about to receive from your bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen.
What a prick. Amen.
I must say, Andreas, I'm sorry I never had you eat with us on your first visit to Tassin. I was preoccupied running the mill, you see. Right, preoccupied.
You know how busy your father is, Paul. Leonard is always working on something. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. I understand. A wandering artist and not even a master at that held little interest for you.
Andreas, please. It was some time ago. I was working far too much to entertain then. Well, I've remedied that little lapse in courtesy now. You're getting the best I have to offer. And the best I have to offer is the best in Tassin.
This guy has such Gaston energy. I want... Oh.
You say Gaston, I get the supermarket owner from Hot Fuzz.
Venison, white bread, and custard pie. Ooh. Custard pie, please.
Andreas, when you have some time, you should come hunting with me up in the mountains. It's exhilarating.
No! I have no desire to go hunting with you, you psycho!
Is that legal?
I imagine it's heavily restricted, even in Upper Bavaria.
The man who has the abbot's friendship has the abbot's permission. But enough about Tassin. Tell me how you've made that fortune. How is life in Nuremberg?
I've opened a workshop or a studio, I guess, and my wife and I live quite comfortably.
Now, without that wife around, you can get up to all sorts of fun while you're here in passing.
Ew! Oh, poor Elise!
There are plenty of willing parties if you, know what to do.
What a scumball! I prefer my art. Thank you.
Well, you're certainly a man passionate about his work if you made so much of yourself in so short a time. The peasants around here could learn a thing or two from you. No one around here even knows what work is anymore. Of course, I'm raising Paul to be better than all that. The boy's got to have higher aspirations.
And what do you wish to pursue, Paul?
I want to learn to run the mill, like my dad. Of course you do. You know your place.
I hate him.
You endanger girl.
I'm eating your food.
Anyway, I'm glad you've come back to class and giving me some real conversation at least.
Right, KB? Elise ought to learn how to clean that rifle. Have you been investigating the murder, Andreas?
What business is it of yours, Elf?
Yes, and I haven't much time to complete it.
Well, with any luck, the Duke will send soldiers here before Peter escalates things further.
I certainly hope this all ends before there's more violence.
Maybe the peasants need a little taste of violence to put them in their place.
Why does this guy not think he's a peasant?
Because he owns the mill.
Doesn't matter.
One would think our peasants could learn from the failures in Swabia, but, well, God didn't really fashion them for thinking, did he?
He needs to fall off a rock. I don't think the peasants are the problem.
They most certainly are. I didn't agree with Otto, but at least I could see his point of view. Now that Peter is leading the mob, there's no sense to be made of any of it. He's just out for revenge.
Yeah, right. Peasants don't have white bread. He has white bread. I still want to kick him under the table.
But Ulrich says that what the abbot is doing isn't Christian.
I agree with you, Paul.
What? Are you going to tell the abbot of all people what's not Christian, Paul? The abbey is entitled to profit from the land it owns and retain what it produces, just as we do.
You ought to give him more credit, Manhart. Please, Manhart, not at the table.
Fine, I've had my fill anyway, and I'd hate to keep you from your work with more idle chatter, Andreas. Andreas, you really must come hunting with me. It'll be a day you won't ever forget. I promise.
Yeah.
I will definitely either shoot you, make out with you, or make out with you then shoot you.
But not if I get to shoot you first. I'm investigating Otto's murder. Hunt hardly seems like a productive use of time.
If it would help, I can tell you what I know, and I know a fair deal. Do it.
But I might not be able to do the nympharium or whatever if I go hunting with him. Or maybe I'll just do it in the middle of the night and not sleep.
There you go.
Fine.
Excellent. There's no need to rush off right after a meal, so speak to me again when you're rested and ready to go.
In the dark, at night.
Up a mountain. Oh, Master Marlin.
I'm leaving. Oh my gosh. Let's go back into the woods now, hopefully. Pet the kitty. Sorry, Casper, we're not going to get any sleep tonight.
Ready to see where this goes, Master?
We'll come back when we have more time. It won't let me do it.
I'm looking it up now.
Alright, what's my journal say? Maybe he'll let something sleep while we're away from town. It doesn't seem like I have any other options now but to go to sleep. It's okay, honey. Don't worry about it.
Here we go. All right.
I'm afraid it's going to be another one of those horrible, you only get to pick one investigative thread options.
Not sure how much I like that.
I don't either. It makes me feel like I haven't completed my investigation, you know? Yeah, I guess I don't have an option but to sleep? I mean, I don't even think I can go back and talk to him at the mill now. Yeah, see, the house is locked. I think the only thing I have to do is to sleep. Who's this?
Killian.
I don't know who Killian is. He just says hello again. I'll talk to you last, Nico. Hi, Killian. He just says good day. Oh, the kid who sweeps. Anything I can do for you? That was some fight, wasn't it? Yes, I'm glad it didn't get too out of hand. Samuel's a helpful, if expensive, gift to have on hand. No matter now, fights aren't common in Tassie, but I suppose it was just a matter of time. With Otto's death and all the revolts around, everyone's on edge, especially the pilgrims. Does Martin usually start fights? No, not usually. I'd heard he used to be quite the troublemaker, but he's been very kind to Nico and me. Agnes had to bring Kat back around when he came back. She fell into a dead faint. Martin was a known thief when I was here years ago. Well, he may be rough at times, but he's never stolen from the inn as far as I know. And I keep a sharp eye. Interesting. Thank you, Hannah. Anything else, Master Mahler? No, nothing. Until later. Good day. So, it's not the same guy.
No.
Is there anything else I can...
What I'm reading suggests no. What I'm reading suggests we had an option if we went and talked to other family members to confirm that Martin is not who Martin used to be. And we had the option of confronting him.
I don't know if confronting him would do any good. I doubt anybody's around to be spoken with now, but we can head to Martin's house. It's probably locked. Yeah, see? Bless you. Yeah, everyone's gone to bed. No one's around to be talked to. Alright, fine. But I could still do that in the morning, maybe. Can try and confront his family members.
You've got some stuff that you could do. I think you've got till sunset the next day.
God, I hope so. No one's in the church. Alright, time for sleepies. Gonna have a busy morning. I'm gonna confront Martin. For sure. I don't know if that means he's the murderer, but... Wonder if I'm off to the land of Nod again. Cute little Casper. Yep. Oh no!
Andreas, get up. Mikey boy.
Why? What's happened now?
We're finishing this. You need it in the comments now.
Oh no!
Let's go. We'll be asking the questions, Marla.
Alright. We'll get dressed and be along. Casper, wake up.
What's Andreas? What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
Something's happening in the commons. Peter and the others want us there.
Will we be alright?
Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. We'll be fine.
I have an awful feeling about this kid. Alright, now that everyone's here, we can start.
Start? Start what?
Holding a trial for Otto's murderer. You're the one with the evidence.
Ugh. Peter, the Duke will pounce on any hint of rebellion. We can't let this go too far.
This isn't a rebellion, Marla. This is justice. Well, what have you found? We're all waiting.
I've barely had a day to investigate. I can hardly come to a conclusion so soon.
Answer the man.
That's the killer. Calm down, everyone. This isn't fair.
You better fucking decide, Marla, or you can watch that damned Abbey go up in flames.
Be quiet. Ooh, he listens to her. I have a woman in labor next door. This behavior is shameful. If she loses her child because of this fighting, it will be on your souls. Agnes is right. I know you want justice for my husband, but for your friend, but I don't want anything to get worse than it already has. Please, Dad, give Andreas some more time.
Fine. Andreas, you've got until that baby is born. After that, we'll claim our justice.
Ugh. Who the hell is that?
Good evening. Is it customary in Tassing that the people gather in the commons in the middle of the night? We're doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Who's asking? My name is Tristan von Frauenberg. I'm here on behalf of the Duke of Bavaria. The Duke is aware that you have been distributing and discussing the 12 articles. He is also aware that you have been disputing conditions of taxation and land use with the Abbot of Kearsarge.
Oh, shit. Popo here.
The Duke is merciful. He does not seek to punish Tassing for these disputes. His mercy has limits. The Duke has become aware that you have imprisoned the Abbot and monks of Kearsarge within the Abbey. This is insult. This is rebellion. For this, there can be neither tolerance nor mercy.
Okay.
You have until sunset tomorrow to vacate Kearsarge Abbey and release the Abbot and all monks. If this is not done, the Duke's soldiers will enter the town and the abbey in force. As certain as night follows day, they will kill every man and boy who stands in their way. What? God protect us. We never wanted to threaten the abbot, sir. He wouldn't listen to our demands. We're starving. Such efforts were necessary, since the townfolk are also suffering under the abbot's increased taxes. The Duke is aware of the town's complaints, and finds some meriting them. He believes some concessions can be made regarding the death tax and use of the forest for wood. Of course, only under the strict condition that the abbot is released unharmed. What do the peasants get? What about our taxes? What about the right to use the woods for grazing, for fishing? The Duke is unwilling to make additional concessions. You can release the abbot and take what is offered, or you can remain defiant and face the consequences. It will yield you little, save steel and fire. Sunset tomorrow.
Okay. Fuck's sake. Some of the farmers barged into our room and dragged us to the commons to demand I give them the killer's identity. The mob was interrupted by Agnes, who shamed them into relenting for the benefit of Rachel Summerfield's unborn child. The evening was punctuated by the arrival of the Duke's herald, Tristan von Fraumberg, who threatened to unleash soldiers on the town unless the abbot is released before sundown tomorrow. Soldiers are surrounding Tassing. I have only till the end of the day to finish my investigation. I'll need to act quickly to convince the mob the abbot is innocent. Hopefully it's enough to spare the town. I'm not going hunting with that motherfucker. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have very little time to work.
You have maybe half a day.
So I have to decide if I'm going to go after the flowers in the forest, which I think is a better option because at least it's impartial evidence. Because if I go into the woods with this guy,
you're maybe not coming back out.
Or he ain't, and that's not going to help anything right now.
The two things which seem to me to be worthwhile pursuing right now are the Nymphaeum. Because it's morning, so you should be able to actually fucking get there. And trying to track down the flowers.
The Nymphaeum and the flowers are the same plot point.
No, they're not.
I think they are. I think they're related.
Okay.
And also, trying to get Martin's family to admit that it's not him.
Yes.
So we've got a little bit of time left before the end of the stream. Let's go to the Nymphaeum, I think. And here's the little kid again, but I can't talk to him, which bothers me. So, about last night... Yep, sorry. You're out of dialogue, Hannah. Here's Joshua again. Hi, Killian. So,
Landsnecks are surrounding the town. I suggest leaving while you have the chance.
I'm trying to stop this before it gets out of hand.
Oh, things seem quite out of hand already, Master Marlowe. Unless someone gets these peasants to calm down, the Duke's soldiers will spill blood. Master Andreas?
Would you mind not terrifying my apprentice?
You're the one putting him in harm's way by staying here. If the truth terrifies him, maybe you should do the responsible thing and leave before things get violent. May God prepare you both for what is to come.
Jesus. He reminds me of Zim in Invaders in Starship Troopers.
Yes. Put your hand on that wall.
Joshua?
Hello again. Seems like we all came out of that brawl, all right.
It would seem so, yes.
Tavern fights are dead dangerous. You never know who you run into, especially in a place with a lot of strangers. Saw a fight back in Muldorf. Wish I hadn't. I watched a man die right in front of me.
In a tavern fight?
Men can die anywhere, I suppose. You just don't expect to see it when you're having a beer. The thing is... I shouldn't. Never mind.
What is it?
It's just the talk of a murder in the town made me think of something.
The fact that the person who got killed in the bar fight is the one named Martin here? Oh, look at my persuasion. If you know something that could help me find this killer, please, I implore you to speak up.
Look, I don't want to get an innocent man in trouble, right? But that man, the one they call Martin, who started the fight with the foreign doctor, it looks like someone I knew back in Muldorf. It looks like a young man named Jobst Weber.
Jobst.
He's the one who killed the poor man in the tavern 6 years ago this past April. Just flew out of town, fast as his legs could carry him. I never saw him again.
Until today?
Maybe. Well, I'll let you get on with your day. Until later.
Until then. Joshua's recollection.
The magnifying glasses, are they investigation sites or
I think
clues?
so. Joshua claimed that Martin Brower looks uncannily similar to someone he knew from Muldorf named Jobst Farber. He apparently killed a man in a brawl and quickly fled the town to avoid facing up to the crime.
Martin.
Yes. So yeah, I think the Shrine of Saint Satya is the Nympharium entrance. Thomas is hearing confessions.
Yeah.
And the Miller wants to take me hunting.
So we're going to do 2 of those things.
All right. But before I do any of that, here's the thing, though. The confessions is time sensitive, right? It's only in the morning.
I think so, yeah.
So I think I have to go do the confessions or I'm going to lose them. Because I'm going to have a morning session and then lunch and then an evening session and then the sun's going to go down and I'm going to have to talk to people and say what I want to do.
Thomas said confessions
It's just
were
for early morning. Yep.
Fuck.
So we're going to have to do confessions next. But before I do confessions, I'm going to go try and go talk to Martin's wife. Because she's the one who'd know if it's him or not. I'll come back to the confessions. Brigitte. Hello, Andreas. Can you spare a moment, Brigitte? I suppose. What do you need? It was so strange seeing Martin. What do you mean? It seems like he returned from his travels a changed man. For the better, yes. For all the grief he gave me, we're happy now. Is that so bad? I just didn't expect it of Martin. He did get into an argument with Otto when I was coming into town, though. What happened there? Why all the questions about my husband, Andreas? I'm trying to figure out who murdered Otto.
Total honesty is how you do it.
Well, it certainly wasn't Martin. Otto was pressuring Martin to support him in the town commons. Martin has changed, but his history in this town is remembered. He doesn't want to cause more trouble. He didn't want to speak in the commons because he's afraid of the abbot.
He squabbled over it, that's all. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Look. Here it goes. I know Martin isn't who he says he is, Brigida. And I think Otto knew that too. And you must have known, didn't you? Of course I knew. Don't you think I would know whether the man I bed is my husband? Job's just been a better husband than Martin ever was. He had a rough past, but he's a changed man. He saved the farm, he saved our family, he works hard, he lets me spend as much time with Veronica as I want. Veronica. I don't remember. He's a miracle I never expected to have. I don't know how Otto found out, but I'm not surprised he held it over Jobs to get his way. That wasn't fair of Otto, but Jobs wouldn't kill Otto over it. But he's gotten into trouble before, hasn't he? Please, Andreas. I'm carrying his child. He's a good man. Leave us out of this. Oh my God, this poor woman.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
I think that's so. I'm just going to say I can't promise anything. I understand. I'll see you later. Until then. Yep, okay. Brigida admitted to knowing all along that the Martin Bauer who returned to Tassing was actually Amanda Jobst Farber. She says she kept a secret because she's much preferred Jobst as a husband to Martin. I mean, I don't blame her, but it's still not hard evidence is the problem.
It's not. But right now, he's the only suspect we have.
Yep. All right. I'm going to check in on my favorite old lady here. How you doing, Attila? Enjoy the bonfire? Up until the murder, yeah. They only seem to happen when you're here. What are you doing back here, anyway? I came to pay respects to Brother Piero. Why? He can't hear you. He's gone. Then, for my own sake, I suppose. All right. I understand that. Stupid. But I understand it. Can't imagine why anyone would come to Tassing unless they were desperate. I take it life's been difficult alone on the farm. Thanks to you. Johann Bauer rents some of my land, but Martin rents more. I'm able to tend to my own peace. It's not easy, but nothing is at my age. Hope those soldiers don't get here before Peter can grab the abbot. Yeah, we know whose side she's on, for sure.
Hey, man. All monks are bastards.
Right. So should I talk to Martin? Hello, Cat. Ugh. Martin seems to have become a changed man since I like him. Almost like he's an entirely different person. I don't know about that. Oh, but he was still gone when you left Tassing, wasn't he? He returned several weeks later, like he always did. Is he still causing trouble for the town? No! He's a stalwart presence, and he's so good to Brigida. He hasn't stolen anything or run off in years. He and Otto were arguing the other day, though. Do you know why? Were they? I'm sorry, Andreas, but I don't know anything about that. Martin supports Otto in his cause against the abbot's taxes, and they didn't have any cause to fight. I think we're going to pop her bubble here. Otto knew Martin wasn't who he said he was, Kat. I think Otto might have leaned on him into supporting his cause. But for him to be a different man, that's absurd. After Franz died, God bless me by returning my son to be healed of his darkness. We should be giving thanks to the Lord that led Martin towards the light. Never mind. Trust me, Andreas, I know my own son. Martin would never do such a thing. Thank you for talking with me. Till later. Yeah, she's just in complete and utter denial.
We can't and shouldn't burst that bubble.
All right, buddy.
Andreas. How are you feeling after that roll? Looks like you escaped the worst of it.
I didn't want to risk anything with that mercenary there.
He's a tough one for certain. You never know with these landsnapes. Most of them are just piss and beer. You just came across one of the real ones. Anything I can do for you?
Martin, who are you?
What do you mean?
I noticed you weren't sneezing. Brigitte confirmed my suspicions.
She did. I don't know why she'd do that.
You lost a large scar.
What? I got that scar when I was a kid. It got better.
And in the meadow, you weren't sneezing.
So?
When you were a boy, you hated that meadow. It made you sneeze constantly. Your mother mentioned it.
I grew out of it. I'm fine now.
Who is Jobst Farber?
Who?
You look a lot like a man who killed someone in a brawl in Muldorf a few years back.
Well, so what if I do look like him? I'm from Tassing. I didn't kill anyone in a tavern fight.
I didn't say it was a tavern fight.
Oh, we were just in one. I got confused.
Stop this nonsense, Martin.
You started it. I don't know what you're getting at.
First it was Otto. Today it's me. Who's going to discover your secret next? I know you want to, Martin, but you can't run from your past forever.
All right. Yeah. I'm not Martin. Are you happy? My name is Jobst Ferber. I'm from Muldorf, just like the Ox family you met at the land house.
And what happened to Martin?
He died on the road. He was killed by vanguards. I met him in Nalfjorn just as plague was tearing through the town. He'd been stealing from the homes of the dead, praying to St. Roach that he wouldn't be next. I convinced him to leave. We took the roads together. It only lasted a few months. It was long enough for him to tell me about his life here, about his family, even about you. Everywhere we went, people mistook us for brothers. After he died, I didn't see the harm. Jobst Ferber was dead to the world. I could never go back to Muldorf. There was still a life left for Martin Bauer here, even if it wasn't mine to live.
You seem to have fit into Martin's life pretty easily.
He left a hole in this family and never gave it a second thought. I never wanted to live on the run, Andreas. I wanted this life. I wanted a wife, a mother who loved me, children.
Did you kill Otto?
No. What? Why? Do you think I did?
He figured out your secret. That's how he got you to speak in the Commons.
That part's true, but why would I kill him? I did what he asked.
Maybe you were afraid he would keep asking.
No, he wouldn't. We had a deal. All right. Enough. You know I'm not Martin. Fine. Tell who you have to tell, but I didn't kill Otto. I'll accept the consequences for what I've done, but I didn't do that.
That would break her heart. I'll consider what you've said.
Good. If there's nothing else...
Okay, until later, Martin.
God bless you, Andreas.
Jeez. What I'm going to do is just get ourselves over to the church, and then we'll end the stream there. I'm going to go inside, though, just in case. All right, so we'll pick it up here.
Yep.
And maybe eavesdrop on the confessions or whatever's going to happen there. Yeesh, what a mess.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
At this point, I'm wondering if the best path is to go to the abbot and go, look, there's about to be bloodshed in here. If you want to compromise and have any aspect of control left over your life, you better give up the taxes and let me tell Peter that you've done that. Because otherwise, they're just going to march soldiers in there and they're going to put the town to the sword, and you're not going to have anything to lord over anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go hunting with that asshole.
This is going to end bloody. I think we got to either hit the Nymphaeum as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Or this.
I'm going to have this conversation because this is time sensitive. He said it was only in the morning he was hearing confessions.
The Nymphaeum can't be accessed after the afternoon.
We can't do it after this?
We can't do it in the afternoon. I think we're still in morning.
We're in the morning, so we have to pick one or the other.
I don't know.
Oh. See, I thought we could do the Nymphaeum in the afternoon and just not do the hunt.
I will double check on that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Terribly confusing.
Okay. Well, that's some crime fighting.
We did a good job of not being lynch mobbed in the middle of the night.
Well done, not being lynch mobbed in the middle of the night. And that's a victory condition, however you cut it.
This is depressing, honestly. It's a bit depressing. Come back next week where hopefully we can actually do a little bit better job. Because I still don't now I still don't know who killed Otto.
No, and we have one suspect.
And he's just admitted he was not that. Oh, God. You know what I'll do? I'll throw the Miller under the bus. I hate that guy.
It was Lenhart. Why? He's a dick.
Right? Exactly.
He's guilty of something. His wife hates him. His kid hates him. You all hate him. Kill him. Fine.
That may be the way this goes. Oh, my sense of law. Anyway. Where are we going to be next?
Next, these fine folks who are very quiet at the moment can find us on Friday when the next issue of the Full Lid goes live at 5 p.m. GMT. Then on Sunday... BST, pardon me. Then on Sunday, we will return to unpacking for...
Oh, God, that's right. We're freaking
pretty
Bateman's
emotional
apartment.
Damage. Yeah, we need to finish unpacking. It's definitely not a serious...
I'm going to pull all his clothes off the hanger and throw them on the floor.
Just fuck
and
with
just
him.
Put my stuff in his house. I'm gonna break up with him in advance and I'm gonna put his blender in the bathroom and all sorts of other nonsense. Ugh. Yep. Join me for revenge unpacking.
And then we'll be back here next Wednesday for probably some blood. Honestly, this feels like it's gonna get bloody pretty quick here.
I love how this game does an accurate job of representing I'm trying to do the best thing and it's just not listening. And it's just not going to result in anything.
No, it's not. It's anybody. Just punishing, man.
We're just making a muddle the best way we can. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your time zone and we will see you on Friday.
Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been an increasingly horrifying ecumenical matter.
Seriously. This is going to end badly. Join us next week when it does. Have a good night.